A woman at the well. So you hear preachers often say, Jesus Christ was there to save the woman, and she didn't know who Jesus was. She didn't know that that was the man, that was the Son of Man. And that's totally right. That is totally true. She did not know who he was until Jesus basically read her rights and basically said, listen, you a whore. You're this horn. That's the husband is not yours. Matter of fact, you have more than one man. Basically, to sum it up in Trini language, right? So the way how I look at it, so I like to dig deeper into sermons, into the Bible, into the Word. I like to go deep, because we live in a time where I'm tired of hearing the same word over and over. Everybody preaching about the same, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying nothing wrong with that at all. But I'm saying go deeper, really get into it, get into the nitty gritty, So from my eye. Right, Jesus was saying that man is not yours, right? So looking at it from this point, so there's a woman standing at the well. All right. So I did some research, and obviously I already knew what a well was, right? But I wanted to get deeper than that. So in this well now everybody know the well is deep, and in that well we already knew that woman went to draw water from that well, right? Because at that time. In that dispensation, in that time, a well is where you go for water. That's where you survive, or from that well. Now, there's this woman standing at this well, right? Now, what happens when you look in a well? What happens when you look in a body of water? What do you see? You see your reflection. You see yourself. You see you. It's like you're standing in the mirror, right? So now, out of all the places, right, where Jesus Christ could have met this woman. He could have met her in the bedroom with the one man, or with the two man, with the three man. But no, he met her at the point in her life where she needed to stop. Where she needed to stop and reflect. You understand? So I'm all I'm saying is look deeper into a story, look deeper into the word, so that you can get a better meaning, and that meaning could probably even reflect on your situation at that point in time. So now Jesus is standing at the well with this woman, right? And the thing is, yes, Jesus was there to save her, but the thing is, let me tell you something. It's all you see this thing, you see this mind. If you ain't ready to change this is not gonna change. You understand? So, like he said, she had to see for herself. She had to reflect. She had to take a look at herself. She had to take a look in that water, in that mirror, in that reflection, and realize, wow, I'm messed up, and I need help, and I need saving. So Jesus said, here, well, we standing at this well, and I'm about to make you reflect. I'm letting you know that man that you messing with, that's not yours. And she reflected. She said, oh, wow, you're right. So you are the Son of God. And that's how she realized. So sometimes we need to stop. Take a look in the mirror, or go look in a body of water, reflect, and take that look and see you. Don't look at nobody else. Don't say, well, oh, he doing this and she doing this and that person doing this and this one is a bishop and he could do it, then I could do it. No, look at you. What does the Bible say? Take the beam out of your own eye first. Reflect on yourself first. Reflect on you. See you for you. See the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifference. Who are you? So that's why, and then in that scripture right there, I said, I'm going to name this sermon Reflection at the Well. There has to be some point in our life where we have to stop and reflect and look back and say, you know what? This is my fault. If I didn't do this, then this won't have happened. If I didn't do this, then I won't be here at this present time. It's all about reflection. It's all about looking at the bigger picture, looking at yourself deeply. And the truth is, a lot of people don't like to stop and look at ourselves, because in our hearts we know we have some ugly ways, but we want to hide, and we want to shelter ourselves from who we truly are to the outside world, because we don't want them to say this and say that about us. But until you actually acknowledge and reflect that, dang, you know what? Yeah, that's me. I'm a liar. That's me. I'm a cheater. That's me. I'm an adulterer. That's me. I'm a fornicator. That's me. And until you reflect, like if that woman at the well didn't reflect and acknowledge and actually agree that this is who she is, that like I am a whore. If she, let's be honest, let's be real. I'm not gonna sugarcoat. Let's be real. If she didn't reflect and agree with Christ at that time, like this is really who I am, she would have never changed. She would have never changed. You understand? So it's all about this. Cause I could sit here all day and be like, you know what? In my heart, I really want to stop cussing. But if I don't actually put my mind to stop cursing, this heart is always gonna be the same. Right. Yes, I love that. I love that point. Remember when the eyes of man was open, Adam and Eve, they hid from the truth and decided to hide. I love that. We hide from the truth. We hide from ourselves and we don't even know we're hiding. When we really think we're hiding from the world because we don't want people to figure us out, we don't want to figure us out. We don't want to figure out who we really are. Whether it's carnally, it's spiritually, it's key. Truth, yes, truth is key. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And no one gets to the Father but through who? Through me. Got to take accountability. Whether people like you or don't like you, you got to understand who you are as a person. You got to understand who you are in God. You got to understand who you are in Christ. You got to understand who you are carnally. You got to understand who you are spiritually. If you don't take a look in that well and reflect on who you are as a person, you're never going to change. And you're always going to be looking for answers, looking for answers when the answer is right there in the mirror. The answer is right there. You're looking at the answer. Besides God being the answer, you're looking at it. If you don't feel comfortable in a situation, or you're sad or you're depressed like how I've been lately, if I don't change that, or if I don't put my mind to change that situation, I'm always going to be this way. So my point is, take a look in the mirror. Look at yourself and tell me what you see. And don't be afraid. That's the thing. Don't be afraid. Matter of fact, what did David say? David said, I acknowledge my sin, and my sin is ever before me. That's what he said. That man David was wise though. He was wise. He knew exactly what to pray for. He knew exactly what to ask God for. But guess what? It wasn't even about people though. He mainly prayed for himself and his enemies. Because David saw him. He reflected on him. He saw his faults. He saw his wrongs. He saw his shortcomings. He saw his flaws. He saw himself. He reflected at himself. And guess what? It didn't even have to take him to look in a well to do it. He knew in his heart who he was as a person, carnally and spiritually. It's all about taking responsibility. It's all about acknowledging that, listen, I am this person. And until you don't set your mind to change, you're not going to change. And all I'm saying is sit down, take a look. If you have to write it down, reflect, put some pros and cons on a paper and write down who you are. What are the pros about you? What are the cons about you? What is good about you? What is bad about you? And the funniest thing is, in some of us, the bad things about us might be way more than the good. And that's okay. And the only reason why I'm saying that's okay, it's only okay if you're ready to switch. If you're not ready to switch, then it's not okay. Because it's never good to be bad. It's never good to be a bad person. Everybody, but I know for me, for sure, I want to be a good person. So if my bad is overweighing my good, then I have some changes in my life that I need to adjust. I have to change the momentum of things. I have to change the way I maneuver. I have to change the way I think. I have to change the way I speak. I have to change the way I walk. I have to change the way I talk. Everything has to change. Everything got to flow. One, hand in hand. But that's just my take on the whole woman at the well, story. I hope y'all got a word out of that. Truthfully, that's really all I wanted to say about reflection. Just take a look at yourself before you go around pointing fingers. Remember, when you point a finger, boom, that one right there, coming right back at you. So no matter how much you point, if you're going to dig that hole for somebody else, make sure you dig a hole for yourself too. That's just what it is. That's life. And don't ever think you can treat somebody wrong and that karma is not gonna come back. It's always gonna come back. Truthfully. Don't do that.